The news that the Ministry of Education will be paying for textbooks for students in the 1st to 4th grades just got even better as the textbook catalogue published by the Ministry of Education depicts price increases for textbooks up to 20 lek per title. The Republican Party Chair, Fatmir Mediu, held a meeting with the OSCE Parliamentary Assembly Envoy, Mark Pritchard. Mediu expressed concern about the unprecedented situation in the judiciary. The reconstruction of the Kosovo school in Unit Number 2 of the capital has finished. Meanwhile, the municipality has offered all children the possibility of entertainment at the lake park. Good evening, it's 6 o'clock on Wednesday, the 15th of August 2018. Welcome to the English edition of Aura News. My name is Alexandra and I'm here to bring you the day's top stories from across the country translated into English. Parents of primary school children this school year will not have to put their hands into their own pockets to buy textbooks, but parents with older children will be burdened ever so slightly more. According to the catalogue published by the Ministry of Education, prices of textbooks have undergone a slight increase of up to 20 lek. For example, the Albanian language book for the 5th grade last year was 520 lek. This year it will cost 10 lek more at 530 lek. At the same time, the package of 5th grade books, which a year ago cost 2,635 lek, this year will cost 60 lek more at 2,695 lek. Meanwhile, for the 6th grade, which has even more textbooks, the cost is set to increase from 3,849 lek to 3,950 lek, representing an increase of 100 lek. The same slight increase has also been attributed to books of other classes as well as in high schools. Many parents will be comforted by the fact that this year the purchase of textbooks for primary pupils is 100% funded by the Ministry of Education. The textbooks will be returned by students at the end of the school year. According to an instruction from the Ministry of Education, distributors or publishers are to supply schools directly as soon as the order is received. The supply must be completed at least 10 calendar days before the start of the school year. The Child Rights Centre of Albania has called for the creation of the Ministry of the Family, an institution which would be responsible for protecting and empowering the family. The suggestion was triggered by statistics on violence and unemployment. Director of the Child Rights Centre of Albania, Altin Hazizai, says that over 53% of women and girls have been victims of domestic violence at least once, while 11% of children have reportedly been raped or sexually harassed by an adult. Recent cases of domestic violence, according to the Child Rights Centre of Albania, show a failure by the Albanian state in protecting the family. But the Ministry for the Family is not the only proposition. The Child Rights Centre of Albania has also asked the Albanian government to launch new legislation for improving the legal framework for maternity leave. There are more than 30 countries around the world that have a Ministry of Family, such as Turkey, Croatia, Germany, Ireland, Denmark, Norway, Korea, and more. The collapse of the judicial system was the main concern shared by the Republican Party Chair, Fatmir Mediu, with the OSCE Parliamentary Assembly delegation. During a meeting in Tirana with British MP Mark Pritchard, Mediu said the lack of functionality of the Constitutional and Supreme Courts has created an unprecedented situation for Albania. Fatmir Mediu also focused on the importance of the electoral reform. According to him, this reform, without an independent judiciary, will not be effective because any final outcome would be decided by courts under the control of the government. Mediu and the OSCE Parliamentary Assembly envoy share the same view that the geopolitical situation in the Balkans is very worrying. According to them, there are forces keen to avoid the Balkans and steer the region away from the European path and NATO, with the aim of reviving old conflicts arising from the breakup of the former Yugoslavia. The Democratic Party has promised to review any abusive concession that is paid for with the taxes of Albanian citizens. In a statement to the media, DP MP Fatmir Spahia stated that the left-wing government is extorting citizens through the concession process of medical checkups, a fact that is also confirmed by the findings of the Supreme State audit. In a country where the prosecution is not under the control of the Prime Minister, the senior officials of the Ministry of Health and Taxation Directorate today would be in prison for their flagrant abuse of public funds in favour of a private company, which happens to be directly associated with the Prime Minister. The Democratic Party is determined to cancel the failed concession of checkup and any other corrupt concession. With the anti-mafia law, every bit of wealth, every last penny robbed of the Albanian people will be returned to them, said Fatmir Spahia. According to the Blue headquarters, people near Prime Minister Edi Rama are benefiting from these abusive agreements. With just a few weeks left before the beginning of the new school year, the Mayor of Tirana, Erion Veliai, has inaugurated the reconstructed Kosovo School. According to Veliai, this school will eliminate teaching across 2 shifts for this municipal unit, and he promised further projects for nurseries and kindergartens. We will do some fantastic things for kids this year. First, the Kosovo School will be opened in Administrative Unit Number 2, and it will be a fantastic school. The benefit will be noticed by all children of Unit 2 in the Sauk area near Albasani Street. Previously, the Labinotti School and Lyceum were teaching across 2 shifts due to the lack of capacity in comparison to the number of students. Now, with the opening of the Kosovo School, which will accommodate many children, we will resolve this problem, said Erion Veliai. Meanwhile, Tirana's artificial lake has now turned into a summer camp for children. Mayor Veliai said numerous activities have been organised at the park for children, including those of the Roma community. During these 2 months, we have created a very beautiful tradition with the camp. Not all children have the opportunity to go to the beach or have a break, so we brought them here to the middle of Tirana, said Erion Veliai. 5 years ago, while now Mayor Veliai held the responsibility of the Minister of Social Welfare and Youth, he met a young Roma boy named Elidon and escorted him to the hospital to treat his wounded leg. During the summer camp, the pair had the opportunity to meet again, and to the delight of the mayor, young Elidoni has now grown up and started school. I'm very happy that for the first time we have approached many children from the Roma community to encourage them to attend these camps. I am glad that we included children from social centres, which were not supposed to have summer vacations or camping. Just a few years ago, many of these children were on the street, but today they not only have shelter, they also have social workers who are doing a wonderful job of transforming the reality in these areas of Tirana, said Erion Veliai. Veliai added that special attention was paid to encouraging young people to participate in sport activities through the opening of 62 school grounds. The museum neighbourhoods in Berat of Gorica, Mangalem and Karla will now be supplied with 24-hour drinking water. The news was announced by the Berat Kuchova Water Supply and Sewerage Director, Refat Arizi, who claimed that this decision was made because every year this period coincides with a large influx of both domestic and foreign tourists coming to visit the city's historic centre, as well as its museum neighbourhoods. According to Arizi, all measures are being taken to guarantee the water reserves in the firefighter hydrant located in these museum districts are filled. Museum neighbourhoods are at the centre of attention, and for every breakdown we go to repair it immediately, said Refat Azizi. The Water Supply Director has promised that after the water supply rehabilitation project, which started 3 years ago, is completely finished, the entire city of Berat and the city of Kuchova will be supplied with drinking water without interruption. This year has seen an increase in the number of tourists visiting Berat by 40 to 50%. Although for many years they suffered from water shortages, when it comes to consumers paying their bills, Colonia is a role model for the rest of the country. The long debilitated network has left much of the area in drought, but it seems that this has not affected the citizens' consciences, a fact confirmed by the Erseka Water Supply Office. Institutional lawyer Tommy Pashko says that 96% of customers have remained up to date in the payment of their bills, despite missing services and economic difficulties. Colonia has problems with unemployment, but the citizens of Colonia have been as regular in paying their bills for water as ever, said Tommy Pashko. Colonia is known as one of the districts where the only income of residents remains medicinal plants and emigration. Meanwhile, they remain role models in the community in regards to paying their obligations. And that's the news across the country today. Thank you for watching our English edition this evening. I'm off to enjoy my summer vacation, but be sure to join me again for the latest from Albania once I return at 6 p.m. on the 31st of August 2018. Until then, on behalf of Aura News, thank you, enjoy the rest of your summer, and good night.